I just wanted to tell every single woman out there, you're not crazy. You're not crazy. Many women out there are going to doctors. The doctors are coming back with results that just, everything is fine, everything is okay. Every time we go to the doctor, it's always either anxiety related or depressed. And it's just very easy now for everyone to say you're anxious or depressed and just kind of toss it aside and not look any further, right? So, what happens is devastation, let down, mad, upset, sad, emotional, right? All these emotions going through because women are going out there and saying, I have all these, symptoms. I have brain fog. I have, like just body pains, things on my skin, right? Whether it's just marks or random things that are coming out. I have, like inflammation. I have just a whole bunch of related items that are linked to BII. I want to tell you today that about a year ago, right, my wife explanted. And before that, she was going through hair loss, she was going through weight loss, just a whole bunch of medical disorders, inflammation, things like that. And we really didn't have an answer to it. And at some point, like, if I'm sure many of you have seen her pictures, if you don't know her, look up her information and she will be open and upfront about her current situation and where she was back in the day, right? So, as a husband, seeing her and not being able to do anything about it, right? It was devastating. And I personally threw so much money at it. We could say, insurance wise, a lot of things were covered by insurance, but a lot of things that we ended up doing that just a whole different route was not covered by insurance. These procedures were out of pocket. I mean, thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. And no one really knows what anyone goes through in their own household, right? Unless they're living in it. And so a lot of friends, family, people around us didn't really understand. They thought, that we were crazy and we were just, making something big out of nothing because you're seeing a person that physically does not show a lot of symptoms, right? You see the person online where they take pictures, they go out and they put some makeup on and you see this person on the internet, and then when you hear the conversations, it's like the conversations don't match with what you're seeing online. Today, 12 months later, I believe, about roughly between 10 or 12 months later, I she just woke me up with the huge blessing to find out that her ANA, right, her autoimmune markers were gone. That's it. She is no longer with autoimmune. And so we went this week to the doctor. She asked the doctor to go ahead and add an ANA blood panel. The same way I have seen certain things with food industry, medication, just how the healthcare system right now is, that makes me a non-believer. I'm like, out of all days, today's Sunday. I know today is church day, and we open up our, or she opens up her results, and it says ANA negative. And man, I'm super excited. You're not crazy. Go and do your research. Research breast implant illness. Research what the symptoms are. Research um, what you feel. Compare that to what you're hearing. Look at all the women that are on these group chats on Facebook. There's so many women out there that have so many different um, situations going on, and you can compare them. And a lot of times when you're sitting there and you're listening to these women, a lot of what they're saying reflects with what's happening to you. And so, one thing I do want to say is please don't be that person where you're not feeling these symptoms and you're saying, oh, that's not going to be me, right? Oh, that's not me. That's not going to happen to me, because we went through that years ago. I believe in 2020, 2021, we had a really good friend of ours that told us, my cousin just went through this issue and she removed her implants. Maybe what you're going through could be breast implant illness. And so we kind of, over the surface, did some research. And I don't think at that time we understood or we were ready. And so fast forward a couple years, the symptoms were worse. And so we ended up explanting anyways. I guess because we were more mature about the situation, in the sense where we were a little bit older, we did more research, we understood more how things function. And so now we did the explant about a year ago. I think if we would have done it at that time, we would have avoided many of the symptoms. It wasn't the right time. It wasn't the moment for us, and now it is. I know that we still have a long road ahead of us to recovery. A lot of these symptoms, they've gone away, but a lot of smaller issues still need to be worked out with proper dietary things and other methods. So, I'm all here for it. I'm just making this post today because if I can help one person out, to me, I'm just an average person explaining what we've gone through. Um, so if today's Sunday, you're scrolling on your phone and you see this, this is not a promotional video. This is not me telling you in the comments, type, info for more. No, this is a human video saying my wife went through so many medical conditions and we had no answers for them. We went crazy. We went through financial issues. We went through so many ups and downs in every aspect because once a medical condition hits your household, it's very difficult. We really didn't understand that. Even though we've lived it in other circumstances, um, we understand it now and we take it very serious. It was very hard on us. It's been a lot of trials and tribulations, a lot of ups and downs. We've lost a lot of friendships. We've gone through a lot of financial situations. Now she's a naturopath, and to me, she's amazing because I feel like personally, you have to experience to be able to understand where the person or the patient is coming from. That makes you a better doctor, right? So, for example, not always, but someone that is book smart, it's not going to be the same as hands-on experience, and vice versa. So I feel like honestly, if anyone out there needs some information, is curious, feel free to reach out to my wife. She's a surgical coordinator. She works with a surgical office that removes implants. And so, whether you speak to her for any information on her personal level, it doesn't matter who you choose, who you go to, but just go. Just go. Because this isn't about making money. This isn't about the competition. This isn't about what surgeon is better than another. Yes, I understand you could do your research and what's better for one person is not better for the other. But just go. Just go, get a consult, take a look, go on Facebook, read, educate yourself, speak to someone that's gone through it, and don't make the mistake where you're thinking it's not going to happen. Whether you have implants or whether you do not have implants, the person that loves you is going to love you regardless. I say that in a sense because I'm looking at this in the husband's perspective, right? My wife got explanted. There's so many different routes. You can go ahead and get a lift, a mini lift. You can get fat transfer. You can, so many different routes, right? These implants are toxic. They might be silicone, they might be saline. Oh, now the new ones that are, better, they're still foreign objects in your body, and your body is starting to create capsules, right? And just the chemistry in your body is completely changing, whether you understand it or not. It's something that you're putting in your body that isn't supposed to be there, so it's going to be causing something in your body. It might not be right then and there, even though women that have
Look at that.
implanted within the first couple months, they've already noticed a big change.
And you wonder why these patients
Others
don't feel
take
well.
years. Please go get checked out, go get educated. Today
This
is
is inside
a huge win
the capsule.
for us. It's not only a win for her, but a win for me because it makes me a believer, gives me hope, gives me motivation to continue slaying the dragon and, you know, keep pushing to be a better husband and a better father, because I'm not going to lie. Some days you're just really exhausted. Every day you're fighting and you're fighting and you're pushing, and there's this thing that you don't really know what's going to happen, where it's going to go. And today was that confirmation. Hey, all the effort that you've done for the past 12 months, all the money that you've thrown at these situations, all the effort, the time lost from work, the nights, that you and your family or your wife are crying. When I'm in a position where I can't do anything for her and I see her crying and I see her going spiraling, I feel helpless. I feel like I'm failing her. And so Today, this is a win for her. This is the win for me. And this is a win for every single woman out there that wasn't informed and came across my video. Please inform yourself, educate yourself, research, ask for a consult. There's free consults out there for women that want to get a consult and might not want to financially put any money down. Try to do your due diligence, and I wish you all the best. Many blessings. Thank you.